It's your boy, once again, Cooch24 on the highs and lows with another great interview today on this Sunday. I want to send a special shout out to the kitchen, COC. Much love to Sandra Craig, Marcus J. Epps. Cooch24, please subscribe. Digital P in the back on the ones and the twos and threes and the fours. Subscribe. Digital P Studios on YouTube, Cooch24, COOKZ24 on YouTube. And now, for the introduction, this guy right here, I'm real close with. He's a friend of mine right here, you know what I'm saying? Also, I work for him, you know what I'm saying? And let me see, what can I say?
We work together.
We work together, but even though he the man, but we work together, you know what I'm saying? Let's see.
Then more people ask for you.
Let's see the intro. Hall of Famer, you know, businessman, you know what I'm saying? Restaurant owner, you know what I mean? Family man, father, you know what I'm saying? Husband, you know what I'm saying? Son of the best insurance man in the world, you know what I'm saying? Baseball player, you know what I'm saying? Could have been pro, but he want to do something else. This is my friend, y'all might know him as Top. I know him as Ty, Mr. Tyler. What's up, Jones, man? What's up, man?
That's a good one. That was a lot.
I know I had to have fun with that one, man, for real. So, you know what I'm saying, Ty?
Some of the best
insurance man in the world, you know what I'm saying?
You better friends with my old man, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm just saying, you know, still I gotta show love to Mr. Jones. What's up, Mr. Jones? Man, Mr. Jones, how y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? I had to say what's up to y'all. Well, man, I want to say first, thank you for giving me the opportunity, giving us the opportunity to come on down and get to know you a little bit more. For the people that support, that watch, and for people that support and watch you, I'm pretty sure that they're tuning in. Maybe it might be something about you that they don't know that you might spill out today, and maybe everything you say, they gonna know about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start off like this right here.
Don't tell no secrets.
You ain't gotta tell no secret, man. You ain't gotta tell no secret. Let me get my notes out the way so you don't try to get ready.
Pick it up with your shoulder.
I know that's right. Let me fix this.
That's a lot of
I know you, man. I know how you do.
Notes.
Let me fix this. All right.
You've been doing that back there. You figure it out.
Listen, hold on. Let me ask you this. So, since we already starting out like this, let's go ahead and just get this out the way. What's one word that best describes you?
Me?
Yeah. You. Give me one good word that describes Tyler Top
Let's go with
Dog,
that.
man.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Humble.
Humble.
Maybe,
Humble.
right?
And that's a good one. That's a good one. I mean, that's
Content.
Content.
Yeah.
All right. So when you say content, that means that you good at what?
I'm just happy where I'm at.
Happy where you at.
Happy is a good one.
Whether it's good or bad, you just deal with it. Because that's pretty much basically what you gotta do, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, a little background on where you from, of course.
I'm from here.
Decatur, Alabama. You went to Decatur High, graduated from Decatur High, right?
No Raiders.
Go Raiders, Red Raiders. Shout out Red Raiders. You know what I'm saying? When you was in those times and days, what was you doing then as far as like just besides school? Was you farming or music, sports?
I mean, we were down here. I mean, you know, when my first job was selling magazines up and down the street here.
For real?
Yeah.
Here.
Did you know that? Yeah. Just
No, I did not know that. I did not know that.
My grandfather ran was the president of Decatur. It was called Dare at the time, which wasn't anti-drug stuff.
Oh.
But it was at the end of that, but it was called Main Street Decatur.
Okay.
And they did a lot for the advocating, you know, businesses and stuff downtown. So when I was like 14, everybody said, you better get a job. And I mean, what do you do when you're 14? You can't do much.
Ain't much you can
So they gave me a bunch of magazines to carry up and down the damn street. Man, it was.
Did you make money when you did that?
No.
You didn't make no money? You didn't even have a quarter, a little change?
No, man.
No.
You get, you know.
Well,
I made a little bit, but I mean, but I already knew everybody down here.
Okay.
So it was kind of like, here he comes again, you know.
With that job, did it like kind of give you a little lesson? Like, even though then you probably didn't think about it, but later on, like, did that job teach you?
Oh, now I appreciate it more than I did, obviously, when I was working. But yeah, I mean, you learn the history, you learn the people, you learn about that's your first job. You learn about how to succeed, you learn about failure, you learn about all that. But I was in sales, you know, later on in life, and I mean, when you're 14 and you're trying to sell magazines and get money from people that are small business owners, especially now being one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough.
It's tough.
Yeah, but it's growing up here. We lived out in the way south, Decatur.
Okay.
And so I mean, went to church here. Mom and Dad worked here in town and everything. And but I remember when I got to where I was driving and stuff, I was always it was bad because it was the last one. I had to leave earlier than everybody to get home before curfew, but I was so far out, I couldn't just hang out with my homeboys anytime I wanted to. You know, I had to plan around it. But anyway,
What type of hobbies did you have besides, you know what I'm saying, when you wasn't on baseball?
it's baseball, church and baseball.
Church and baseball? Like did y'all have in your home? I know you mentioned to me about farming, like y'all
Well, we lived on we had a lot of acreage out, you know, my parents lived out there on Flint Creek.
Okay.
And it wasn't so much farming, it was, I mean, back in the day, we had wood burning stoves, and I mean, that's how we stayed warm, and I had a brother that was 9 years older than me, and had to keep up with him, and
A lot of people don't know about that, like the old school way of stuff like that. Like a lot of y'all newcomers, y'all newskies, y'all millennials.
split
Y'all don't
wood to stay
understand.
warm in the wintertime.
You understand?
Yeah.
We used to stay warm on wood, and we used to open up the stove
Sure.
and get warm.
I still got a scar.
You know?
I still got a scar right here on the back of my hand from where every time I throw wood in the stove, it hits
Every time.
2 days.
Remember, you never forget. So like you said,
Cheaper that way.
When I asked you, you got that right. Now when I asked you about the hobbies, and asked you about the job, one thing we was joking earlier, I'm cool with your pops.
Yeah.
So I can obviously see that your pops was a big influence
Yeah.
in your life.
Yeah, he still is,
Kinda
yeah.
throw, you know what I'm saying? Throw
We
me
still hang out. You see him come
Yeah,
in here.
yeah, true,
you know,
true.
He just gets bored though nowadays. He just want to come out. He told me the other day when he walked in here, he said, "I just need to come see Cookie." I said, "Well, what are you doing in the office?" And he came. I said, but no, yeah, he's got a long history around here, man.
Yeah, I know.
He's a 70. He'll be 70. Wait, we're 45, so he'll be 75 this year.
Okay.
And I mean, he's been around here his entire life.
And when I made that joke about the insurance, he is.
No, he's been doing it forever.
I see that trophy back there.
Yeah. Well, that was his dad.
Oh, what?
That was my grandfather. Now Mike has got his fair share,
Whoa.
but his old man, my grandfather was.
Okay.
He was there.
Okay.
You know,
And
he
this
was-
area that we in right now.
He was the Kobe of
that
the insurance world.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So now this area, if you don't mind,
Yeah.
for a quick second, let the historic part of this area dealing with your grandma and great grandpa.
She's still
Give a little bit of that right there.
So they started. When my grandfather years ago was at Kim Strand, which was out on the river, the Solution now.
Okay.
And then hose.
Oh, you know. Yeah. Oh.
Not hose.
H-O-S-E.
Yeah. Like when it was it was very fashionable in the 40s and the 50s, 30s, 40s, 50s. So my grandfather started running a hosiery mill right down the street on the corner of they've been Second and Gordon over here.
Okay.
So basically, where the MCATs and the buses are right now,
Yeah.
it was a hosiery mill.
Oh.
They made hose. Pantyhose.
Pantyhose.
Yeah. And anyway, he was into that, and they wanted him to move to Coleman, and then when he moved to Coleman, then they wanted to move him somewhere else, far off. He was like, "No, I want to stay around here anyway."
Mm-hmm.
So he started his own business as an insurance agent, which was in I think 60. So it's 1966, because my dad started in 70. So anyway, and he did that, and made. He was a wealthy man. I mean, he worked his tail off. But anyway, they started buying property around here, in downtown. And he was way before what you've seen in the last 10 years being around here. What I've seen since I've been back, but they were big in revitalization. And when this was the Brick Deli and BJ's Deli years ago, then the Brick. I mean, they were down here. And
I didn't even know this was the brick.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But anyway, and so when I grew up, I remember I tell people all the time, why do why are you so passionate about being down here in this building? It's because when I used to come down here in the, I think BJ's 96, 97-ish, I can remember back to those days, 98, I think the brick came in, walked out BJ. When you walk in here, it was a cloud of smoke, kind of, when you can smoke.
When you can smoke inside.
And it would
I
hover.
don't know about that.
Some people still do it out there.
Yeah, you're right.
Out your way, Trinity. But anyway, the smoke would be about right here, and there was a stage up front. You know, we tore that out by the time you got here.
Right. There wasn't none of this in here.
Yeah, and so, but there's some big names that came through here, you know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you told me a little bit. You told me a little bit from far as I can remember. Now,
That's a long time ago, man.
and
It makes you feel old.
because this place had burnt down real bad.
In 06.
06.
I was walking out to, we had fall baseball practice when I was in Montgomery playing ball down there in school. And we had Nextel. Yeah. And still wish we had it because that's about all my old man could do. Adequately, we called.
I go next to him.
I mean, he sent me a chirp and said, hey, it was early. It was a Sunday. I believe it was a Sunday morning. And he told me it had burned to the ground. So I went through the day, and on Sunday I came back up. I can remember standing here and seeing, sunlight coming through the building.
Man,
You know,
okay.
it was bad. Yeah, it was bad.
And you can't even tell you can't even tell nothing happened. I mean, I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, it's you're at the point there where you either you take the insurance money and get out and you rebuild it. And that's what Ralph and Glenn, my green leg up there. They were like, we're rebuilding.
follow the family name. You right.
Build it back up, and here we are.
Here we are.
It's cool.
All right. I'm gonna ask you one more question, and then we're gonna go into a little small break. Okay. I'm gonna recess right quick, get a little breath. You know what I mean? Competitive. You're very competitive. What you say? So you're a competitive
I'll
person.
tear you up right now.
I figured you'd say that. I figured you'd say that. So, your love for when it comes for the love of the game is baseball, right?
Yeah.
No, running come first before baseball. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good a baseball player was you? And this ain't
That's a loaded question.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, in your own. What you feel?
I'll answer like this.
Like how you feel?
I was I guess I would say I was a little above average.
Okay.
With skill wise.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You know what? Let me rephrase that. Mentally and physically.
Yeah.
Because
Do it that way.
mentally, it's a couple of times that you will call a call on TV and I'll be like,
yeah.
dang, we was right.
Yeah, I'm telling you, mentally. So, all right, physically, I was average speed. I played infield. I was in infield. So, shortstop, third base. I had maybe an above average arm, average glove, probably average speed, above average hitter.
Okay.
For sure.
Very good.
Well, not so much, just I could hit.
Directional.
Yeah, I mean, I hit for average. I mean, that's the part of the game I love. I love if you're standing, we're gonna get into it now, but I love. I mean, my favorite memories are the best. I remember going in and playing against the best pitchers that we could, and I loved it. Like it's chess, but mentally, and Mike had a lot to do with that. And even my mom. My mom was she was an athlete now.
Never knew that.
Yeah, my mom was
Never knew that.
But when you grow, my dad was always one. When I grew up, he knew that I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I didn't, I mean, if it would have been basketball, he'd been the same way about basketball or
Yeah.
football or whatever.
Of course.
But he played ball, all his life, and we knew. You knew how to play the game. You had to do it the right way. But it was, if it was hustle, like that's the big thing. I always played it. I was gonna beat you because I was hustling.
You didn't care about getting dirty.
Yeah, no. Tear
it up.
But no, I mentally was where I was above average. And I just told you I'm humble, but that I understood how to play it and the game itself. Like the game of baseball came easy to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It almost sometimes slowed down the older I got, and I loved it. I was passionate about it. But yeah, mentally it was, if me and you were on the same plate, the only thing I had against you was I was going to be tougher on the mental side, but also understand the game a little bit better.
Okay.
And I still, like, when we're sitting here watching ball, I love it when there's games on. We'll be talking about it and stuff.
Stay on.
Watch this, watch, you know.
And you call it right every time.
I love
Every
it.
time.
I love it.
Well, yo, okay. So, we're gonna come back for a little short second. Right now, we're gonna take a little recess, take a little breather. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Step outside, get a little drink, use the bathroom, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we good country people, man. Ain't no Jesus like.
Good country.
So anyway, this is your boy Kush24. Please subscribe on YouTube. This is the P Studios behind, and this is Tyler Top Jones. We'll be right back.